Imagine stepping into a quiet train station at midnight. Two trains wait. One is heading towards the life you have always known, predictable but stale. The other is headed towards a version of you that you have always dreamed about, the one that broke free and built something real and never looked back. You can see that version of yourself in the window of that second train, calm, confident, already living the life you talk about now. The only difference between you and them, they decided to get on board. This episode is about that very decision and how to start thinking, acting, and believing like your future self long before you become them. What is up? What is up, my fellow success seekers? Welcome to another episode of Your Success DNA, that podcast for my aspiring entrepreneurs and 9-to-5 escapees. Each episode is going to be delivering mindset shifts, habit upgrades, and a dose of rebellion, helping you break from the convention to build not just a business, but a life that's aligned with your version of success. And if you know someone who's dreaming of ditching the grind, but still makes time for some personal developmental self-help out there, maybe you want to go ahead and forward this episode to them. Okay, so in today's episode, we're going to take a little travel through time, but we're not going to do this in a DeLorean, not the sci-fi kind. This is about time travel of the mind. You're going to see how your future self already knows the moves that you need to make and how to start borrowing their clarity right now. We're going to talk about a simple mental trick that lets you start making decisions from your future instead of constantly chasing it. And before we're done, I'm going to give you a short 5-minute practice that you could do daily to stay anchored in that version of you who's already living free, already in control, and already running that business and that life that you feel in your bones. By the end of this conversation, you won't be dreaming about your future self. You'll be walking in their footsteps. So here's the thing. I think most people live their lives looking in the wrong direction. Some of them are looking backwards. They're relying on the old failures like security footage from a crime scene that they just can't seem to stop investigating. Or they're staring sideways, comparing their timeline to someone else's highlight reel. And rarely do they ever look forward, not as wishful thinkers, but as builders of the next version of themselves. And that right there, I think, is the problem, because the future doesn't arrive. You have to walk towards it. That's right. Every choice you make, every yes or no, every habit you repeat is laying down yet another track for the train that carries you through time. And yet, most of us don't choose the destination consciously. And we're still running on yesterday's track. And worse yet, we could be running on someone else's rails, getting them to their destination while we completely miss our stop. What if you could switch tracks? What if you could step into the mind of your future self, the one who's already built the business, mastered the habits, and escaped the grind? And what if you could use their wisdom right now? This, my friends, is what I call future self anchoring. And it's not theory, it's neuroscience, it's psychology, and it's self-leadership all rolled into one nice compact little package. It's how you bypass the self-doubt and the procrastination of the current you, he says with air quotes, and start borrowing the confidence and the clarity of the person you want to become, or that you are becoming. Imagine this, if you will. You're walking through a long hallway lined with mirrors. Each mirror reflects not just your face, but a version of you from a different time. In one, you see the you who played small, who said yes when you meant to say no, who stayed quiet in order just to keep the peace, and who let the dream simmer, but never got it to boil. In another mirror, you see the you that started taking risks, that first course that you launched, the side hustle that earned you a few bucks, that really inspired you, and those late night writing sessions that no one ever saw. And at the very end of the hallway, there's one final mirror. This one's a little different. It's clean, it's clear, and it's alive. You see yourself there, calm, grounded, and free. The business is running, your energy feels full, your heart is full, you've got fulfillment everywhere, your choices feel aligned. That version of you looks back through the glass and smiles. Then you notice something strange. The reflection gestures. They're holding something out. It's a compass. And on it is inscribed a single word: decide. In that moment, you realize something profound. Your future self is not waiting for you, it's calling you. They already know what the next move is. They already know which clients drain your soul, which family members suck the life out of you, which habits are poison, and which distractions are just fear in a costume. They've already walked the path that you're scared to even start. The only question is, Will you listen? Here's the catch. You can't reach your future self by hustling harder or by buying yet another course or by diving into yet another self-help program. You reach them through alignment by making decisions that match their level of awareness before you have their level of success. And who are they? Well, that's you in the future. So let's make this practical. In the next section, I'm going to walk you through a 3-part future self anchoring framework, a simple but powerful method to connect with that future version of yourself, make decisions from their mindset, and build habits that bridge the gap between who you are today and who you want to become and who you are becoming. Because freedom does not start with a business plan, it starts with your identity. Okay, so here's where we're going to turn this philosophy into practice. Let me give you the future self-anchoring framework. Again, 3 parts. See it, speak it, sync it. S-Y-N-C, sync it. Okay, it's simple, but it's not easy. Let me walk you through it. Step 1, you need to see it. Before you can live your future self, you need to see them clearly, not as a fantasy, not as an Instagram highlight reel, but as a real person who already exists inside you, waiting for permission to lead. And here's how you can do it. Set aside 10 minutes. Picture that future you in sensory detail. Where do they work? How do they move? What kind of peace is humming just under their skin, right? Now I want you to ask, what do they no longer tolerate? That question cuts faster than any vision board ever will, because what you refuse to carry forward defines you as much as what you chase. See, here's the thing. You're not creating your future self. You're remembering them. Let me say that again. You're not creating your future self. You're remembering who you were before fear started editing out your potential. Now, number 2, speak it. Now that you can see them, it's time to give them a voice, because language is a software for your identity. Start journaling as your future self. I don't want you to be writing things like, I want to be confident. No, you want to write, I am the kind of person who speaks with clarity and calm. Right from their perspective, what would future you thank you for doing today? And look, I get it. It sounds woo-woo, but it's not a woo-woo thing. It's wiring, or you could say rewiring. When you write in that tense, your brain starts encoding those beliefs as now, not tomorrow, not next year, not someday. You'll start catching yourself mid-decision thinking, would future me say yes to this? That question alone can save you half of the headaches, half of the bad clients, and about all of the burnout. And then step 3, sync it. This is where you turn insight into embodiment. Every morning before diving into Slack or some strategy, do one act that your future self would have already automated. Here's what I mean by that. If future you is financially free, maybe you need to check your budget first. If future you is healthy and centered, maybe you move your body before you move your phone. If future you leads with confidence, speak up in a meeting, even if your voice is shaky. See, these small repetitions are going to start building that bridge. Every habit synced with your future self is going to strengthen that anchor. Do it long enough, and the future stops being so far away. It stops feeling far away, and it starts feeling inevitable. Okay? Now, here's what separates the dreamers from the builders. Dreamers imagine their future self. Builders collaborate with them. So if this conversation has stirred anything inside you, if you can feel the next version of you tapping on the glass, maybe tapping on your shoulder, maybe sitting next to you as you drive to work, then don't let this be just another hit of motivation that fades away by tomorrow. You're exactly who this show is for, the rebel, the thinker, the future founder who's done playing small. So let's go deeper. I want you to go ahead and subscribe to the Unleash Your Success DNA newsletter. It's the weekly mindset fuel and habit training that your future self is already using. Each issue hits your inbox like a mirror and a map, calling you to remember what you are capable of. Okay? So now, most people think the future is something that happens to them, but freedom starts the day you realize the future is something you build, choice by choice, day by day, thought by thought. That's why this is not a mindset trick. It's identity work, because you don't become successful by achieving your future self. You become successful by embodying them. Think about it. Every breakthrough that you've ever had always started the same way. You changed how you saw yourself. Before you launched your first side hustle, you became the kind of person who takes chances. Before you started writing or creating, you became someone who believed that your ideas mattered. Before you earned an ounce of freedom, you became someone who decided that you deserved it. Before you started dating that significant other in your life, you felt you deserved them. That's the hidden architecture behind every quote unquote overnight success. It wasn't luck, it was alignment. People who live in alignment with their future self, they're not chasing motivation. They operate from an identity. They don't wake up asking, can I do this? They wake up asking, what would future me do right now? Hmm? And that's the question that is going to rewire your entire life. Because when decisions start matching your destiny, success stops feeling like a mystery and starts feeling like gravity. So, a little whiskered wisdom here for you. This is what I want you to do tonight before you scroll, before you distract, before you slip back into the loop of tomorrow's noise. Go ahead and grab a notebook and write a letter, not from you to your future self, but from your future self to you. And I want you to have them thank you. Thank you for finally getting started. Thank you for trusting yourself. And thank you for saying no to what did not fit. And let me remind you that the person you're becoming is not miles away. They're right here, right in front of you, waiting for you to catch up. Go ahead and seal that letter and date it for a year from now. And then here's the move that changes everything. Start making decisions tomorrow that would make that letter come true. That's how you anchor to your future. Not by manifesting it. Manifesting has its place, don't get me wrong. But by meeting it halfway, because freedom, my friends, isn't something you find out there somewhere. It's something you grow into right here in your heart, inside your habits, inside your courage, inside your choice to listen to the voice that already knows your future self isn't calling for you to hustle harder. It's calling for you to come home. So let's land this motivational plane, as it were. Future self anchoring is not about dreaming big. It's about remembering who you were before fear started negotiating with your potential. Start seeing, speaking, and syncing with that version of you in the future every day. And if you want a weekly boost of that mindset, real talk, real steps, real freedom, subscribe to the Unleash Your Success DNA newsletter. Each issue is designed to help you rewire that mental code that keeps you stuck in default life so that you can finally live your designed life. Until next time, stay bold, stay aligned, and remember, think successfully and take action.